This is what happened with the very first really big Bitcoin exchange, which was Mt. Gox in 2014. Very few people know about this because it's old, but that was the first really major exchange that got hacked. They stole 800,000 Bitcoin from that exchange. Yeah. And so, yeah.
I don't even want to calculate that number in today's currency. I don't even want to calculate that number. And Mt. Gox just made headlines again, I would say last August sometime, when it was said that they would start to process whatever payouts were left because of Bitcoin to whoever owned it then, because some people that were holding probably sold off their rights for pennies on the dollar to some corporation.
They just delayed that again. Right? So, yeah, I know because...
You're one of those recipients waiting.
The Bitcoin that I mined, I had on Mt. Gox.
Man, why you hurt? Every time you tell me this story, you hurt my heart just a little bit, man.
And so I lost my Bitcoin.
But you never sold the rights to your...
No, I held on.
You held on to it.
I held on. And they're saying they're going to pay 20 cents on the dollar. So
20 cents on the dollar. 20 cents on the dollar of the previous value?
They found 200,000 Bitcoins. They were able, the trustees that were given that took over the bankruptcy in Japan, because this exchange is in Japan, they were able to find 200,000 Bitcoin. And so they're using those to pay off. So 800,000 lost, 200,000 found, 1 million in total. They're going to pay everyone.
1 million users lost 800,000 Bitcoin.
Right.
So we're going on.
Everybody gets 20 cents on the dollar, which is 20 divided by, or 200,000 divided by a million.
That's pain.
So that's all they had. That's all they could pay. But that was 2014.
Right.
Now it's 2023.
Some change.
And we're still waiting. Everyone's still waiting.
Hold on, they said this back in 2014?
Yeah. 2014 is when it went insolvent.
Right.
And then they found Bitcoin, 200,000 Bitcoin 6 months later, which was like July 2014. And then they said they were going to pay everyone with those, split the remaining Bitcoin between everyone.
I hope you FTX people are listening, because this is probably what's going to happen to you.
Right, but FTX found...
well, we have 3.5 billion worth of assets,
right,
and I think they just found like another 1.5 or 2
billion.
like
that, right. So altogether, they might have, look, what was it, 8.5 billion?
It's amazing how this is just popping up with life in prison and people pleading guilty. Just popping up. Well, we know we were secure at 3.5, so I don't know.
Yeah. So FTX is in a much better position than Mt. Gox was, because they only found 20 cents on the dollar. FTX looks like they're going to be able to get back 60, 65 cents on the dollar.
But that 65 cents on the dollar, they still have to account for investor funds, don't they? And whatever liabilities they may have.
That includes the investor funds, but I don't know if they have preferential treatment.
It depends on who.
It depends on the contracts they have with FTX.
Okay.
They have preferential treatment. There were, like with Mt. Gox, there were a number of corporations that did have preferential treatment, and they sued, and in fact did get 100% before they even started split. Because it was a question of loans. There were loans to Mt. Gox that had to be honored before
made whole before you could distribute anything else
to shareholders, or rather to customers who had their money in.
Because I remember when the Mt. Gox thing made headlines again in August of last year, the fear was the already vulnerable market would take a hit again because now you would have all of this Bitcoin being dumped with this new value. Because I think at that point, the value at that time was about maybe 20-something thousand compared to what it was back at the hack in 2014.
The argument was that 200,000 Bitcoins would be transferred to all the people who had accounts, right? And so the speculation was that the majority of those would immediately sell their Bitcoin,
right?
Because
they've lost.
They've it's just been too long. They need the money. It's appreciated enough in comparison to what the value was then. I mean, look, put it this way. At the time, at the time of bankruptcy, the value was $485.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was $485. And so, even at 20%, right?
You almost get the full value of what you would have held.
Well, say you had one Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So now you're going to get
20%.
Or say you had 5 Bitcoin, because now you're going to get just 1 Bitcoin. 5 Bitcoin at $485 is roughly
like $2,500.
$2,500, right?
Right.
So
you get one.
Now you get 1 Bitcoin.
$18,000.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. You ain't losing. Even
I have brought my coin. like I can need that right now, especially with the market looking where it's supposed to look.
You ain't losing.
Don't stand up with me.
Yeah. So anyway,
wow,
that's
crazy.
That's the Mt. Gox story. But